Hi, my name's Phil, and I own Kind of Magic in Waterloo, Ontario. I've owned this store for about 6 years, and absolutely love doing what I do now. I was a class clown, and I always wanted to be the center of attention. I was the one who was telling jokes. I had my first ventriloquist dummy when I was about 6 years old, and I remember in England going around from classroom to classroom doing a bit with my ventriloquist dummy. At that time, his name was Happy Harry. Now, when I first came to Canada, it was about 1978, 1979. The Centre in the Square had just opened in Kitchener, and it was like the fancy place. Everybody wanted to go there. And I lived on the outskirts of Waterloo's richest neighborhood. So one of my good friends, his name was John. His father was a member in some standing with the Centre in the Square, and got tickets for John and I to go see the Great Ravine. And at that time, the Great Ravine had just started touring with this large illusion show. And John Strang and I sat in that audience and dissected every trick he did, but it really cemented my love for magic. For 22 years, I spent in factories. I was a licensed millwright. I was actually running factories by the time I finally realized that I'd had enough. During that time, I'd always had a passion for entertaining people. Over time, I started doing shows, and I was traveling all over Ontario, doing busker festivals, doing private events, a lot of work for the city of Kitchener, doing all their festivals. My character at the time was Uncle Freddy, the magical juggling, fire-eating guy in a straitjacket. So I always loved the dangerous stuff. I always loved the juggling, the fire-eating, and that was my main part of it. But as more and more people wanted me to do children's shows, I had to throw something other than the dangerous stuff in. So I started adding more and more magic to the show. So my show started out as magic, and in the end then I did my fire eating, and then finale'd with my straitjacket escape, which I just loved. Well, when we opened up, we were in a very small space. We had about 400 square feet, actually maybe a little less than that. And we had a decent selection of magic, a few DVDs. So I had a really good selection of juggling clubs. And I bought from England and I bought from the United States just so that I could have a decent selection of clubs that I used to like to use. So, I still had the fire-eating torches and the juggling clubs and the shaker tins and things of that nature, but we were primarily a magic shop. Now, over the years that's changed. We're much larger now. We have a broader spectrum of products that cater for performers. We carry balloons for balloon twisters, makeup for makeup artists and face paint artists. Everybody has a different story to tell. We've had people come in the store that used to be gamblers. We had people that tried to be magicians once. That they lost the hobby years ago, but now they're getting back into it, and it's wonderful to see. We really enjoy meeting all those people. What keeps bringing me back to magic? I think I still remember when I was a kid being amazed, and I always hope that we can keep that sort of suspension of reality alive for people.